Hey guys, Jamie here. Welcome back to the channel where we take awesome out of the box. Now, I did promise that I'd be talking about tech today, and that's exactly what we're doing. Now, back in the day, when you mentioned the brand name Oppo, you might remember their moniker or what they were known for, which is being the selfie expert. That's how they were able to carve a name for themselves when they entered the Philippines with the F series, but they did slowly move away from that to give us more balanced devices with better spec sheets overall, like the Oppo Find X2 Pro that we previously featured in another video. Now, the phone that I'm going to be talking about in this video is kind of a return to form for Oppo because I have with me the Oppo Reno 3 Pro. Now, this is the first phone in the entire world to have a 44 megapixel dual punch hole front camera for taking selfies. But what else does it have to offer? Let's find out in this hands-on review for the Oppo Reno 3 Pro. Before we begin, just a quick reminder to sub to the channel and hit that notification bell if you haven't already. By the way, we are running a couple of giveaways, guys. I think there's a TV up for grabs and a couple of more coming in the near future, so stay tuned. I'll leave links down below for the giveaways that we're running right now. Anyway, back to the phone. Okay, so wala munang unboxing ngayon. We're gonna be going straight into talking about the Oppo Reno 3 Pro. Pero a little bit of a disclaimer, wala pa sa akin yung official price tag niya dito para sa Philippines. But I will be updating you guys. Be sure to check the comment section down below. I will be pinning it once it gets announced. But yeah, this is the Aurora Blue color variant, and yes, there is a gradient, and I don't know if you can notice it, but there is a bit of a sunburst pattern coming from the bottom of the phone, which makes it look really good. May visual pop siya, really eye-catching, and yes, there's gonna be a case for this, but it's transparent, so kita pa rin naman siya. Now, aside from that, yes, this phone is made out of polycarbonate plastic, but just like Mr. Who's the Boss said in his video, there is an upside to that, and that's it's very, very light despite having a big battery capacity. So there is an upside, but you are gonna be expecting glass panels for the price that you're gonna be paying for this. By the way, hindi ko siya na-mention kanina. If you convert the price tag from India, it comes out to about 21,000 pesos. Hopefully, it's much less when it arrives here in the Philippines. But yeah, for that price, sana glass siya, but you do have phones like the Samsung Galaxy A71 that uses their so-called glass stick back. But yeah, polycarbonate plastic, light, and a bit of a fingerprint magnet too. Now, for the tour around the phone, you have the power button on the right side. The volume rocker can be found on the left, as well as the access to the SIM tray. It's a triple card slot, guys, so no need to choose between another number and your micro SD card. You can have both. Now, on top, you just have a microphone, and then on the bottom, you have the headphone jack, another microphone, the USB Type-C port, and the speaker grill. So up in front, you have a display that measures in at 6.4 inches, full HD plus resolution, and it's a Super AMOLED panel. Now, you guys know how much Leia and I love Super AMOLED displays, so you can pretty much expect the same color vibrancy when watching videos, and I can't wait to watch more on this smartphone. But so far, so good, guys. The trailer that you're seeing right now is amazing. Black Widow, can't wait to see it. I don't know if the community quarantine will be lifted by then, but that's something to look forward to. But anyway, back to the phone. Now, you will also have access to an in-display fingerprint scanner, and guys, it's actually one of the fastest that I've ever tried on a smartphone. But you do also have face unlock, and if you have both on at the same time, minsan nauunahan pa ng face unlock yung pag-unlock ng phone bago pa ilagay yung thumb ko sa screen. So that's pretty good, I guess. But again, I'm not a big fan of face unlock. I will use the in-display fingerprint scanner, and I'm going to be turning that off after this video. Now, of course, you also have those two selfie cameras up on front, but I'll talk more about its performance later. But yeah, it's there, guys. So in the very start of this video, I did mention that it was kind of a return to form for Oppo, and I know that some of you are going to be reacting badly to this, but that also means that they went back to a MediaTek processor, and you have the Helio P95 under the hood of the Reno 3 Pro. Now, for our review unit, it came with 8GB of RAM and 256GB of expandable storage. Now again, guys, now I've only been able to try out this phone for a while. Now you'll be seeing some Asphalt 9 gameplay footage, and it's pretty smooth. Now I'm going to be testing this out for Call of Duty Mobile, for PUBG Mobile as well, and maybe some Mobile Legends. and I'll report back to you the results of our gaming benchmarks, but hopefully it's up to the task as well. Now, since wala nang Antutu benchmark sa Google Play Store, here's some Geekbench 5 scores for you to check out if you're into the numbers. I will have a more in-depth review for you guys in the very near future, so check back in the next couple of days. Alright, so it's finally time to talk about the cameras, and on the back you have a total of 4. There's a 64 megapixel main camera at f1.8, a 13 megapixel telephoto camera at f2.4, an 8 megapixel ultra-wide camera, and a 2 megapixel mono lens. Now, I've heard that if you go into the pro settings, you can get an image at 108 megapixel using some sort of software interpolation. Now, I wasn't able to try that out, but here are some sample photos that I was able to take earlier this afternoon. So of course guys, meron din siyang night mode, but since Leia and I wanted to come home early because there is a curfew, or we've been hearing that there will be a curfew, here are some shots that I took in the studio with very minimal lighting. So here is my real grade Sazabi for my gunpla collection, and on the left you have a regular photo, and on the right you have one that's taken using night mode. And here's another one with my RX782. Again, on the left, you have the regular photo mode, and on the right, you have the night mode. So you can see that there is a huge difference. I'm going to be trying out tripod mode in the future. Stay tuned for that. I just have to figure out where to take it so I don't violate the curfew. So the claim to fame of the Oppo Reno 3 Pro is that, of course, it's the first phone in the world to have a 44 megapixel dual punch hole front camera. Now, of course, you have a 44 megapixel main camera at f2.4 and a 2 megapixel depth sensor. Now, here are some photos that I was able to take using the front cameras earlier this afternoon, and I've got to say, I kind of like the results, guys. There's also a beauty mode, of course. This is Oppo, and here it is at 0, 50, and 100, and it doesn't go overboard, which is a little bit of a surprise. Now, you can also take night mode selfies. Here are just a couple of examples of me sitting on the floor of the home studio, but it is a drastic difference. Again, guys, we will be giving you a full review very, very soon, but here are some sample photos that we just wanted to share with you guys. Now, of course, giving life to the Oppo Reno 3 Pro is a 4025 mAh battery. Now, that should be enough for an entire day of heavy use, or a day and a half, depending again on your usage. But it does support Oppo's 30-watt Super VOOC Charge 4.0. Now, I'm hearing that you can get from 0 to 100% in 50 minutes, which sounds good because when you wake up, you can charge your phone, take a shower, get ready, and when you leave, you have 100% battery. But again, I do have to test that out, guys. That's just what I've been hearing on the internet. So lastly, let's talk about the operating system for the Reno 3 Pro. You are, of course, getting Android 10 on this smartphone with ColorOS 7 on top of it. Now, just by looking at it, guys, it does look like it's much lighter than previous versions of ColorOS. Dare I say, almost close to stock Android? Maybe, but yeah, good job Oppo for listening to your customers and cutting back on the bloatware. So that's pretty much it for my hands-on review for the Oppo Reno 3 Pro. Thank you for spending a couple of minutes watching this video. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up, sub to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our content. If you have any questions, leave them down below and I'll try to get to them as soon as I can. For all the latest tech news and gadget reviews, head to unbox.ph, plus follow us on Facebook and on Instagram. My name is Jamie. Peace, God bless, and I'll see you guys next time. Happy Monday, guys.